Hey, what's up, guys? It's Samer. How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. I have a story time to tell you. It's kind of a two-part story with time in between them, but it's still a funny story, kind of stupid, but yeah. So I think without further ado, let's not dilly fuck around too much. Let's just get right into the story. This story, the first part of the story, takes place back in October. It was Halloween, actually. Me and my friends. We go to school. There's like 15 minutes before class that you get to just walk around or just do whatever you want. Some people wait in their classroom for it to start. Some people wait in the cafeteria. Some people just sit by their classroom. But me and my friends, we all walk around, and that's what a lot of other people do. We just walk around. Usually our thing is we walk around the basement, and then we walk around the second floor. So we do one lap around the basement, and then we walk around the second floor, like probably about 3 or 4 laps until it's time for classes to start. This happened when we were in the basement this one day. We were walking through the basement and we were being really kind of annoying, I know. And the teachers were like getting fed up with us, and I was like, "Hello, teachers." And they were like, "Go to class." And I'm like, "Hello." And they're like, "Get out of the basement." And I'm like, "Okay, happy Halloween." And they're like, "You're not funny." And I'm like, "All right, happy Halloween." And they're like, "You're really not funny." And I'm like, "Okay, happy Halloween." And they were like really pissed at me. And they were like, "We're going to check the cameras and we're going to see who you are. Yeah, you in the gray shirt, we're going to see who you are and you're going to be in trouble." And I was like, "All right, happy Halloween." It was really pretty funny. And like all my other friends were like, "Happy Halloween." And they were like, "We don't want to deal with this." It was funny just seeing them get pissed off. Pretty much that's kind of what we do with teachers. Like, if you don't show any reaction, we're really not going to do anything. Like, we're really not going to, like, bother you anymore if you don't show any reaction. But if you show a reaction, that's where we find our entertainment. And then that's when we're going to keep on doing stupid shit to piss you off. But then the next part of the story, I think, happens like a few months later. I think it was December. Based on things that were happening in my life, I think it was December when this all kind of happened. So we walk around the basement like every day. It's just a thing that we do. We always walk around the basement, and then we go to the second floor. We walk around every single day. And this one day, we were walking there, and there was like this big trash can there. And my friend, Brian, I wouldn't say his name if he wasn't my friend, but he's pretty cool. Brian was kicking the trash can. He kicked the trash can over. Now, I thought it was Jacob at first, but it wasn't. Apparently, it was Brian. He kicked over the trash can. That was funny. I cannot lie. That was hilarious. And I just I didn't want to be any part of it, so I just walked away. Like, I was already around the corner when it happened. Like, I kind of saw it out of the corner of my eye, but I was already around the corner pretty much, like, when it happened. So I was just like, not really witness to it. Like, I knew it was happening and I saw it happen, but like I wasn't really like 100% like there really. So later that day or the next day, I don't quite remember which one it was, but later I got called to the dean, and the dean was like, this dean's a fucking bitch. She is an absolute she looks like a witch. She either looks like a witch or a lizard. Like she's a fucking bitch. And she was like, "Mr. Wilson, yeah, nice to see you in my office again." And I was like, "Yeah, nice to be here." And she was like, "So why are you here?" And I'm like, "I honestly don't know." I hate it when teachers ask that. "Do you know why you're here?" "No, I don't." "You could just tell me why I'm here." Like, sometimes I do know why I'm here, and I'll say, "Yeah, I know why I'm here." But sometimes they're just, like, annoying. It's like, "All right, so why are you here?" And I'm like, "I don't know, you fucking tell me." He was like, "So a few of you and your goofball friends were walking down the hallway in the basement." And I was like, "Yep." "And you and one of your friends kicked over a trash can." And I was like, "I didn't kick it over." And she's like, "Well, yeah, you did." And I'm like, "I didn't." And she's like, "Well, I have it on footage of one of your friends kicking over the trash can." And I was like, "Okay. Fair enough." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I won't do it again." Even though I didn't do it, I was just like, "You know what? I won't do it again." Because that's the right thing to do, is just to apologize. And even if you're not sorry, just apologize and it's over with. And she was like, "Okay, now you have detention." And I was like, "Really?" So here's the most ridiculous part. Me, Jeter, Jacob, and Nick all had detention. But you know who didn't have detention? Oh yeah, our old buddy Brian, the one who actually caused this whole shindig, he didn't have detention. Now personally, I didn't really care, cause like my dad's just like, okay, cool. Whenever I get detention, he's just like, all right, fine, I don't care. So I don't really care if I get detention, but like the fact that me and my friends, my friends got detention and they potentially put their ass on the line, that's kind of what bothers me. And it's just kind of like the fact that like this school is just such full of bullshit that like it just does shit like that. They'll just give you, they won't even like fully know the whole story. They'll just jump to conclusions and they're like, you're guilty by association. And I'm like, no, I fucking hate that shit. Like I fucking hate the guilty by association shit. I'm not guilty by association. I was there. That doesn't make me guilty. Like, I fucking hate that. Just because happened to be there does not mean that I'm guilty. Doesn't mean I deserve a punishment. It's the biggest sack of shit I've ever heard. The whole guilty by association thing. It's stupid. Because, like, some people, like, in bigger scenarios, there'll be, like, people who will go to jail for, like, the rest of their life because their friend murdered somebody and they just happened to be there. Like, that's the fucking stupidest shit. But, it wouldn't have bothered me if they also gave him detention. Like, if they gave him detention plus us detention, it wouldn't really bother me. But the fact that they gave us detention who didn't do shit, but they didn't give him detention who actually did it, that's kind of what bothers me. That's pretty much the end of the story, guys. If you guys like this video, please leave a like on it. If you dislike this video, please leave a dislike and a hate comment telling me exactly what I did wrong. Be sure to subscribe for notifications, and as always, goodbye, kitty cats. Nigga, why you tripping?